boy. I don't care about that. Keefe D. Keefe D got some things going on. Keefe D is a man who is currently sitting in Nevada jail because he said that he unalived Tupac. So let's jump into this content and see exactly what's going on, man. Shout out to Vlad TV.
I didn't. Your new engineer guy looked like a federal agent.
My cameraman looks like the feds.
I had to like, whoa, what's going on, man? It's a pretty big dude. He got the little look, the little light scruffy look, but still clean cut.
All right, our cover's blown, everyone. All right, let's come in and rest. I'm sorry, he blew our cover. All right, I'm sorry, Wack. This is a setup. This is a federal sting. They got those bodies on you. Big U's cooperating, and yeah, you're going to prison. Sorry about that.
Damn, Keefe D.
Well, that's actually going to be my first topic, Keefe D. Today is August 3rd. In 1 week, he goes to trial, and he actually turned down a 10 or 25-year plea deal.
Well, you know.
Hey, well, if Keefe D turned down that plea deal, Keefe D might feel like he's free. Now, for those of y'all who don't know, Keefe D is currently sitting in the Las Vegas, Nevada jail. I believe he's at the Clark County Detention Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. I believe that's where he's at. If he's not there, I know he's somewhere in the state of Nevada. And they saying that Keefe D, after being granted immunity, went on like a whole tour. He went on a Tupac talk tour, writing books, doing interviews, and he was just pretty much putting all the business in the streets about his alleged involvement in the 187, the unaliving of late rapper Tupac Shakur. He'll say how maybe not Suge Knight was involved. They're saying Suge Knight maybe not have to testify in this situation. It's a lot of flammy, skullduggery, and larceny going on with this, and you really don't know what's going to happen at this point until it happens, and there's so much stuff going on. It's like you just kind of twisting and turning around every corner, because we would have never thought that we'd ever, in our generation, see the mystery of who unalived Tupac solved, let alone watch it play out on YouTube.
What, he's 60.
Yeah.
And then 10 to 25 in Nevada says you have to do the 10 to be eligible. So he probably in his head, how long he been gone? Like 2 years?
Few years, yeah, maybe like 3 years now. He's 63 years old right now.
He's been gone 3 years in because he left at 60.
There you go.
So he like 7 more. I'll be 70. He going for what he know. I guess he, in his head, if they find me guilty, I got access to an appeal, which I think they're going to find him guilty.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know what I'm saying? I think they're able to use the book now.
Well, yeah, because the judge...
The book where he admitted to being the...
Judge actually mentioned Vlad TV when she did a ruling, because they try to get the book thrown out. They try to say, oh, the book's just fiction, it's made to make money and so forth. But I guess at the end of my first interview with him, he holds up the book and says, this is my book. I wrote it. If you want the real deal, go ahead and purchase it right now on Amazon. You know, it ain't fake like everyone else's. This is real.
It's clear that Mr. Davis adopted the statements therein as his own through publication, promotion, and subsequent replication. In his interview with Vlad TV, he promotes this book as his book. He encourages people to buy it to get the real truth and not from the law enforcement or industry people. He also repeatedly says it's something like the whole truth of the situation. I really find there is no legal argument to exclude the book.
And I mean, I didn't ask him to say that. That was all him.
You know, Keefe D gonna speak his mind. Sometimes he say a little too much. Sometimes I think he gets a little overzealous.
Keefe D did too much talking, boy. Stop doing
He
that.
Don't mean nothing by it.
The internet gonna be the death of these niggas.
Think he's really thinking about it. You know, Keefe D came from hustling in the streets. I don't think he was really, I mean, when he said, I looked Suge dead in his eyes when the shooting started. At that point, I was like, whoa, you just put yourself there. You know what I'm saying? So it's and then how they did it, how he's doing his time, you know, he caught this assault.
Yeah.
So they gave him like a year, 18 months for the assault.
In the state, right?
They stopped his trial, sent him to prison to do the time for the assault, and then now they're sending him back to continue the trial. Usually that's just something that gets stacked on top of which initially, he called me like, man, where you at? High Desert. You know, I hear High Desert, I'm thinking California. He's like, no, I'm in prison in Nevada. He's like, I need a TV. Could you send me $350 for a TV? I said, you know what, Keefe D, last time I asked you to send me something, you know what I asked you to send me? You BS. So now we even. We can jumpstart. So now the next time you ask me, then it's all right. So
do you think that once he gets convicted, because I think he'll get convicted, right? That's just my, educated guess at this point. And he gets to wherever he's going to be at in state prison, that he's going to have problems with some Tupac fans and so forth.
I mean, he's an older dude. I don't think Tupac fans are like in prison, like on that like that. You get what I'm saying? I don't believe, people are tripping who killed Tupac because people understand what Tupac did.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? You kicked it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keefe being an older dude and, he gonna be in Nevada, so they got the California card. You know what I mean? I think he'll have more problems with it being exposed that he did some prior cooperating.
Right, that came out too.
You know what I'm saying? I think he'll have more problems there than the Tupac thing.
So you think he'll be labeled a snitch in prison?
Definitely.
So does that mean they'll put him in PC?
That means he'll have an option, and I think the first time he has a situation behind that, then yeah, that's where he's going.
Man, Keefe D is 70, boy. You better, man, you better, boy. You feel me? Mm-hmm.
He's 63. Keefe, if I can recall.
You do 10 years, you gonna get out of 73. Keefe D, you wild work, my boy.
Oh, I think he has cancer.
He had cancer. He may have beaten it, but he is overweight, not in the best of shape.
Yeah, they're not gonna risk that. But I don't think a lot of the youngsters, like, you hear Lil Yachty, they're like, who are these people? So the youngsters not tripping it now. You know what I mean? He'd have been in there for doing something NBA young boy, he might have a problem. You know what I'm saying? But Tupac, man, those are people that's born in the 70s.
True. That's
tripping that. And
yeah.
If they're in prison, they're trying to do the same thing Keefe D trying to do. Hold on.
Get out one day.
Yeah, bro, you go to prison with a fresh joke in your 60s? Anything sounds like too much. I was doing Suge's calculation.
Yeah, I don't think that Keefe D is going to do too well with that amount of time. But then you have to wonder, too, how much time is WACK going to do for his involvement in this big Eureka? Because that's something that's going to be crazy.
Because his new fake girlfriend called in the other day, Australian chick. I don't know if you might have heard the snippet on my.
No, I haven't heard.
You didn't hear it?
What is
where she cussed him out?
Okay, we'll go ahead and play it.
Yeah.
You a motherfucking liar.
You said what?
You a motherfucking liar. Damn is right. Only thing you trying to do is get your name out there. So you just.
I could get my name out there when I'm the one with the motion. I moved out here for you. You've been lying to me this whole fucking time. Yeah, I got my own motion. I got my own motion.
Okay, so why you mention my name then? At all?
Why would I? Because I had to go back with her. You told me you don't know this girl. You said you don't know this girl. You said you don't know this girl. I told you if you keep exposing you, SKG. You told me you don't know her. You said you don't know SKG.
I don't know that bitch.
Okay, so I
you
told you, post you again, I'm going to listen. Fuck you and leave me the fuck alone. Do you understand me?
You might want to interview her. She's from Australia.
Okay.
And she moved out to Atlanta.
That language is barbaric.
And Suge convinced her to move to San Diego. He was going to get her a spot and pay it up a year. She got there. That didn't happen. She ended up sleeping in her best friend's son's room.
Okay.
And then she went and got a few gigs. She tattooed Suge's name on her in red. And Suge told her this what did it. He said, yeah, Wack. He was going to help me with my music career. I said, let me guess. Gave you a Tupac song. She said, how did you know? I said, let me guess. Was the song 18 years old? How in the hell did you know this, Wack?
He gives the song out to everybody.
He gives it out to everybody. the next day she got on the phone with him.
I believe Wack's lying. When he starts telling these stories and he starts laughing uncontrollably, like he's just so funny. Typically, this is his telltale of not telling the truth. Typically, when he's doing this, he's not telling the truth. Typically, when he's doing this, he's not keeping it 100. It's always kind of a flu flam. So, I don't know, man. I don't know.
And went ballistic.
Wow.
Shout out to SKG. She set the whole play up. And
SKG, that's the girl who Wack had on. She was on FaceTime with Wack doing stuff at Big U.
It's just, I don't know, man. Like Vlad, I'm amazed on how some people are still working in the pocket. Like, to me, I'm looking at the young lady, beautiful lady, right? And I'm telling myself, how the hell did you go for this? It was just, it was different. I'm gonna send you pictures of her and all that. And she's an artist. But yeah, man, I just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Social media, this camera is a different animal.
So Keefe's going to trial, and you think he'll be found guilty?
Yeah, I think.
So if he's turning down a 10 to 25, what do you think he'll get in the verdict?
Life.
I
think he's turning down to 10 to 25 because...
Damn, Keefe D getting life? Sheesh. And Will? Sheesh.
If he take the deal, he don't have an appeal.
Right.
So in his head, if I take this 10 to 25, that means 70 or 80 or 85 years old. Because out there, you got to do the minimum, the bottom number, before you go in front of a board. In California, if you're not a lifer, they give you a date. And you know when you're coming home. There, you can come home your 10th year, 15th, 18th, anything where between 10 and 25.
Why does that matter if he's not in California?
So
he's doing time in Vegas, so why does it matter?
In his mind, if they give me life, at least I think I can get back down an appeal in 5 years and try to win. I don't think he's acknowledging the fact that he said enough to where they can convict him of conspiracy. Accessory to, because he's saying he passed a weapon. He's saying, I'm there. I look Suge Knight in the eyes when the shots are fired.
Well, how are you not an accessory? You're there. You look Big U in the eyes. You chase Future. I'm trying to figure out how it's different. Whatever.
They know you didn't fire the gun, but you have kind of put yourself in a situation where you had something to do with the gun.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And everybody's in the car is gang related, gang orientated. All these things factor in. And I think he went on this rant because he had some immunity here, but it had nothing to do with the state of Nevada.
Right. And Nevada PD investigators reached out to me and they kept calling. They left voicemails, and I could play the voicemail where he's asking for the raw footage, and I just chose not to respond.
Good afternoon, Mr. Vlad. This is Alfred investigator from District Attorney's Office. I left you numerous messages in regards to, receiving a video for an interview that you've done in the past with Keefe D, and I've not heard from you. Please give me a call back.
Yeah, well, shit, they already got the interview. What they need to
They already got the interview, right? But I'm not giving them the raw footage. I don't think anything's there anyways, but my thing...
You can have what's on the internet, and that's it, and that's all.
...was I'm not going to cooperate...
You guys don't show cooperation.
...with someone who came in to do an interview, regardless of what happens afterwards. I will fight for the right to not make the situation worse for you, right? I'm not just going to hand it over...
I'm not mad at Vlad for that. I'm not mad at Vlad for that. It's a lot going on, nigga. I'm gonna make sure that I don't make it worse.
For the police. In fact, with Jimmy Henchman, I fought them trying to get the interview, which was for his retrial or his appeal trial. They wanted to get this one interview where he talked about the case. I fought it, spent like 10,000 legal fees. Ultimately, they weren't able to get it. He went to trial, lost. But I'm willing to fight against...
You're not in there. It doesn't
Yeah.
say Vlad turned over anything.
No. And they were threatening to put me on the stand. And I'm like, do what you got to do. I'm not scared
Jason, what's the deal, bro?
to do that.
Yo, Jimmy's been battling out with our man.
Who?
What's the guy was trying to set the interview up? Prince.
Oh,
You haven't seen that?
I heard something about
It's
that.
been War 50.
Why fight with someone who's in prison? Like, that's
Well,
why I think I'm not going to argue with someone who's in prison.
I don't,
Hey, I'm with Vlad on that one. I ain't finna go back and forth with a nigga in prison.
31. How's that?
I don't believe Jimmy really knows Prince. But Prince was exposing, all these prophets. A lot of people probably wasn't around. I know you were around. Remember that site? It was Smoking Gun?
Yeah.
The Smoking Gun. I remember way back when I read everything, it was on the Smoking Gun, right? But Prince is just kind of like, it's like he's becoming the early WACK100 movement of New York.
Okay.
The early WACK100 movement in New York. That all being said, man, God bless New York City, because you guys have a lot of indictments coming on, because the early WACK100 of New York is on his way to come get you guys. With that all being said, man, we about to the next one. Red dots to the left. You know the rest. Say a prayer and be blessed. We gone. Let's take it back to the jumper and see